So welcome back to another video. This one is on painting some water. I've already done the sky, and if you've been watching my videos, you'll see that that was done in a previous video about painting a two-stage sky. We're now going to bring in some water. You can see I've gone over the horizon line here with an earlier wash of yellow ochre. We've got this kind of yellow ochre, and we're going to pop in a really simple mixture. I am going to leave some touches of white underneath, and you'll see why. Sort of the glisten, if you like, of the water. Just capture some of those. Brilliant. So that's our first wash. We're going to just wait for that to dry, and we'll be right back for the second wash. So the second wash, using this sort of medium-sized mop brush, squirrel mop. We've already got our mixture here of yellow ochre. I'm just going to warm it up a touch. Let's add in just more pigment, more mixture. And we're going to leave the horizon as it is. We're going to try and leave in the white here, and we're just going to get warmer. So if I make this mixture quite thick, you'll see. I'm just going to have a practice down below. You can't see that, but I just want to practice. You'll see it at the end when we reveal all of the finished video. I'm just practicing on a piece of the white paper just to see how that effect works. So I need this brush to be quite, so the motion is going to be across, and it's going to be quite fast. I can't really show you this in slow motion because it doesn't work otherwise. So I'm going to be coming across here. There we go. So that was 3. So another one. We're trying to just catch some of that sparkle in there. That's the idea. There we go. And obviously my palette's in the way there, so we'll just come back this way a touch. I wouldn't normally do it this way. Otherwise it just looks the same here. Normally the edges are taped over, so it doesn't matter too much. And then one more here, but we're going to be fast because I still want to keep that sparkle. Do you notice how I was practicing? Going across, and then go in. It's always good to get your eye in like that. And finally, same colour. Just going to warm it up a little bit down the bottom here, just a bit darker. Okay, so that's our first stage of this sea done. We'll go on to the second stage when this is dry. So in the second stage, we've cleaned the palette up. These two wells, we'll clean these up a little bit. Just pop some water in there. And now we're going to go grey. So this grey is going to echo kind of the colours in the sky here. So we've already got some umber mixture there, I think it was originally, and we'll pop in a touch of 3 colours. By bringing them in, we should be able to make a nice grey. That looks about right. I'll just test that. It's quite blue, so we'll just warm it up a touch. Let's try it again. That's a bit better. So I'll show you all those marks that I made. The video doesn't allow me to show, the camera doesn't allow me to show you those little marks that I've put on the paper underneath, but I will show you at the end. So here we go, brush fully loaded. Notice the hand positions. I'm now going to turn it around this way, and we're going to go across. Okay, so we're holding it like this. That's what it looks like up that way. Nice and loose in the hand, and we're just going to come across. We're going to be putting in some of the water along here, so it's the same sort of principle that we had before. Again, trying to just brush it across the surface, and then we will leave it. And of course I started on the lower part first, because that was where I had most of the pigment and the darker pigment, and you can see it's getting lighter now as we're going back towards the horizon, and that's what we want. We want it to go lighter. I've changed now because we'll just drop in, see if we can get one in there. Lovely. So we can see the sparkle. The sparkle is the tooth of the paper underneath. There we go. I think what I'll do is I'll squeeze out. I'm just going to squeeze out into this well some of that liquid, which is still quite damp. And we're just going to pop in the back here, not too close, but with the point of this brush in there. I will rub this line out, I think, but when this is all dry, it's quite annoying. Okay, use this a bit. Just needs to be a bit more pigment in here, a little bit darker. And that's the second stage done. Okay, so we'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll move in to the next stage. I'm just taking that out because I'm squinting my eyes up, which is always really good. If you squint your eyes, you can see the values better. And I've got too much light breaking through in too larger chunks. The eye wants to go there, and I don't really want the eye to go there. I kind of want the eye to go here if we're going to have a focal point, because it's lighter. So that's what I'm doing. So even here, I might just tone this down a little bit. That's better. Okay, and one last little thing. I just want to make the tones down here at the front a little bit darker. So it's the same three colours again. There's a great way to make greys is by using a red, yellow and blue. Oh, here we got ultramarine blue, yellow ochre, burnt umber. Not strictly a red, but it's got a lot of red tones in it. And I'm just touching this in so it blends and bleeds now. So you can see the effect of that. It's just little touches really. We don't want them everywhere. So you want, the idea with this watercolour painting is to get things that are like opposites, like hard edges and soft edges, lost and found edges. So you get an edge that's going sharp and then goes blurred. Yeah, and we're kind of trying to create movement of like a sea it's turning out. We said wasn't quite sure until you get painting what's going to happen. Here I'm going to go in again with the same three colours, just a bit bluer and a bit darker, and just dot some in. I'm just touching the tip of the brush on this, and it will do its own thing as always. It's always good if it does its own thing. I'll pop that in there. Get a tiny one in here. Just like a fleck of a wave rolling in. Let's have another one in here. Try and vary them a bit in size as well. That's looking quite good. I'll just get one roll out here. Then put them all in the same position, and I vary the length of those strokes. So vary the length. We've got some small ones and larger ones. It's the width of them and the positioning, so not all in like a straight line. Generally, the further you go back, you want them to be thinner and smaller. You can change the sort of angle of them as well. Kind of works. Don't always have to be the same angle, and they can sometimes be joined. So this is almost dry, and I just want to show you a couple of little things to help with the highlights. So you can use your fingernails, you can use knife or whatever, but I like to use fingernails just to create a few tiny highlights. So just tiny scratches. Again, vary them. Sometimes they're going to work because it's dry, sometimes they're not, because there we go. going to soften off some of these. Seems quite disgusting, I know, but either you dip it in water or you just lick your finger and drag the paint over, because some of these edges are a little bit, they're okay now and again, but you don't want all of them. I'm going to blur them off. It's kind of creating the illusion of the water, of the sea rolling away. Now then, that was stage 2. So the final stage on this, we could, of course, leave it. It's not quite dry, neither is that. We could, of course, leave this now, and we're just going to build it up one more tone just to see if we can create the illusion of this moving sea a little bit more. So, umber again, burnt umber. Go in for a touch of ultramarine, burnt umber for the moment. Tiny bit of yellow ochre, so we've got another grey. And I'm just going to drop in some of these waves. They're almost like little V's, I guess. Not too many, but just a few. And across here, this bothers me. I just want this darker, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to warm it up slightly on this grey mixture, so I'm going to put in more umber. There we go, that's better. And there we are. I think we're done for the moment. Going to stop there. I'm going to find a rubber, rub out the horizon. And there we go. So that's water. That's creating a sea in 3 stages. I hope you enjoyed that one. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Come back for more content soon. And take care and happy painting.